Hello, good night. So I'm outside doing a video. I was just went to share some tea, so I went to the store. I got some munchies, and when I was at the store, this guy who's a fucking gang stalking snitch that definitely works for the cops. Um, I guess he be doing a little trapping or whatever the hell, and his uncle used to do it back in the day or whatever. But like his uncle was kind of like retired, I think, semi-retired, and his uncle was like not a good person. Let me like give you like examples. Like we were friends. Like he was like almost like a personal Uber driver. Like if I needed to go somewhere, I'd give him like $10, $20 to take me there, depending on how far. And he was used to gang stalk me. I remember when I got fired a few years back and I started to, turn tricks. There were jobs, but the jobs were all the way really down, kind of far. And he's still in the same county, but they were like a little bit farther south. And I don't mind paying him more money, but he was like, "Oh, my car can't go that far, and I don't want to have to do it." And I like now in hindsight, 2020, I felt like he was gang stalking me so that I can't find a job. So because he was the only way I had to get around other than the bus. He was like, "Yeah, because we're gang stalking. I'm just gonna say I can't do it." Then when I met my ex and we were kind of going out, he had his girlfriend come to my place to try to entice him. And like he was just like just not a really good friend. He was even like used to gang stalk me, where one time I was on this street called Broadway, and there was this plot where this Spanish man laid his head in the middle of the street. It was bashed in. I don't even know how it was bashed in, whether somebody hit him in the head or if he might have got hit by a car before I got there or whatever the case was. But the gang stalking setup was the man was literally laying in the middle of the street, exact street that I was driving on. And I usually be high, I don't really be paying attention, but I don't know, I was paying attention, and it looked like a plastic bag in the street because it was just, all I saw was white on the floor. But I was like, why that plastic bag look weird? And it was not a plastic bag, but it was an old man with white hair, and it was his head. And I was literally about to just go over it and just like kill him. And guess who shows up on the scene? This guy fucking shows up on the scene. And it just was very, very kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, now that I'm looking back at it, I believe it was definitely him in on the gang stalking. And he was just a really bad friend. And I went to the store and, I'm buying something to eat, which I haven't gone to the store in a long time. And the nephew I hadn't seen in a long time. And then the nephew's talking to me, whatever. And, gang stalking. And I just asked him, I said, "So how's your uncle?" And he's like, he's like, "Are you for real?" I'm like, "What do you mean, am I for real? What are you talking about?" He's like, "You ain't heard?" I'm like, "Heard what?" He's like, "Oh, my uncle's dead." I'm like, "What?" That's crazy. So his uncle caught a heart attack and died in July. Which who knows if that's real or not. If it's real, karma's a bitch. If it's not, these people go real far just to fucking try to make me a little bit shocked, I guess. Then this other guy was gang stalking me too. And the same scenario. He was like nice to me at first, but eventually he was just like a gang stalker, out of nowhere. And I just couldn't understand why he was so weird like that. And I was always so nice to him, but whatever. And I have noticed like not seeing him for a very long time. I said a long time? I mean very, 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 very long time. To the point that I asked for him and they tell he's around. They just tell me he's around. So I go to the store and I say, "Hey, how you doing? I ain't seen you in a long time. How you doing?" And he goes, "I have stage 4 cancer." I have stage 4 cancer. What are you gonna say? This nigga a gang stalker. He definitely been gang stalking me. He's a fucking asshole. And I was like, wow. I said, so you just waiting to die? I feel so terrible. I feel so terrible, but at the same time, I kind of don't. Like, the guy's a gang stalker. You know, when you hear something, like, you know the person's a gang stalker. You know it. And you put curses on people. And some of them happen to me to get cancer. Happened to me. Coincidentally. And the guy, you know, he's telling you the story. And what are you going to say to him? You know? You don't have that many condolences. It's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You know, I just, you know, I was like, that's life, nigga. You ain't gonna die. I mean, if you want to live, you know, you could, you know, believe in God. And he kind of like laughs at me, but like, nigga, the nigga said, the doctor said he got to the end of the year. Probably not even. Like, if that's the case, bitch, I don't care if you want to live that bad. But I'm just like, shit, your life probably so terrible. You don't even want to live no more. Because I'm one you a motherfucking gang stalker. I have to walk back to my truck because it's raining. But the guy's a gang stalker. And, you know, he's homeless. He's a gang stalker. Like, they use, like, you know those gang stalkers that walk out in front of the vehicles? That's him. And they pay him in fucking crack. You know? And they pay him to walk in front of targeted individuals' vehicles. And they hit him. When I first came here last year, he got hit by a car. And his hips dislocated. And he never went to the doctor in order to kind of like rectify it. He was like, oh no, I'm just gonna get some pain pills and I'll be all right. Because you know, he's smoking crack kind of keeps you going. And now he has stage 4 cancer. And he said he's waiting to die. And that's what happens sometimes, you know. Sometimes you just living your life gang stalking and boom, somebody puts a curse on you, all of a sudden bad things happen. It's like, but you don't gloat in these moments. Because I told these motherfuckers, I have done it a lot of times. Kill people, you know, using manifestation. But you don't just boom, do it like that. Because you boom, do it like that, they're going to be like, yeah, it was definitely you, bitch, you said it last week. But you know, shit fizzled out over time. You can't really pinpoint it to me. He had a heart attack. It was time, he was old, you know. You know, they just had cancer. Come on. It just kind of like, you know, there's no repercussions to doing this. I mean, literally, I've done it so many times. That's why, people be like going crazy. Oh my God, I'm being gang stalked. Like, I'm not like that because, like I said, I know what I could do. But you got me fucked up. Everything I'm finna just be, you know, getting gang stalked and just not defending myself. Bitch, I will defend myself. But that was the tea, because I was just so shocked by, like, the news. You know what I mean? Because the guy he was not a good friend to me at all. I was, like, a very good friend to him, but he was not a good friend to me. And, you know, the only person I knew was, like, the nephew and his girlfriend and his daughter. And, yeah, the guy died. Another guy got cancer. The other guy was an asshole. He was a big-time fucking asshole, you know that? I remember one time, I'll tell you how they like to bend down and make fun of my son for being molested. And it was that guy, that very guy. And I remember there was a guy that lives in these condos that I tell you these people that are very cursed live in. And that one of the guys from the condos was the guy's handler. And he told him to get on his knees and pick up like dog shit or some shit. Or get on his knees and crawl to kind of like make fun of my kid. And I said, I command this over you. At the time, commanding this kind of stuff, it really seems so stupid. But now it really doesn't seem that stupid because, you know, it's doing pretty good. It's not to gloat over somebody's misfortune, because nobody wants to do that. But it's just to show an example of how manifestation works, you know? You got people who are your enemies. You could be fighting them physically. You can only fight so many people physically, but when you do like spiritual battle, you know, manifestation, bro, you could do damage. Just, you know, it's very good. It's a very good skill to have. They upset at me for talking about this, you know. These people are crazy. I don't know if you hear the train horns in the background. That's just crazy people, you know, upset at the fact that I'm talking about, you know, the manifestation. Like I said, some people, they don't got, yeah, you have to have a track right here. You can't be out here saying you a motherfucking witch and bitch, you never put no motherfucking hocus pocus on nobody, bitch. What is you? You just a motherfucking poser. You feel me? So I can't be out here saying I represent who I represent, I do what I does, and I am what I am, and I believe what I believe in, but I don't got, you know, what I say I got. Practice what you preach. I say go out there and try aerokinesis, telekinesis. I try it. I don't always show you my practices, but I need to keep doing that. But I'm gonna try starting again. And you know, oh God, I forgot my train of thought. That's the worst part of all this, when you forget your train of thoughts. But yeah, the manifestation, you know, you saying you're a motherfucking witch, you ain't got no power. These bitches be posers, but me, you know, like to back my shit up. I tell you about manifestation. Like I said, I like to try different approaches to things. I tried the physical approach. I mean, I tried their approach. I went to the courthouse. I went to their law systems. I did all of the things that were in place to help in a situation like this, and it did not work out. So then I was like, you know what? I'm really frustrated with these people. I'm going to put curses on their ass because you got me fucked up. And man, it's going pretty good. These bitches be trying to, it's going so good that sometimes they try to use my own fucking tactics on me. Like, that's how good it's going. Can you believe it? Oh, sorry. I'm going to my truck. Oh. That bitch be trying to honeypot me to death. Ooh. To death, you hear me? To fucking death. Like, fucking everywhere I go, they got honeypots. And they know my type, bitch. Yes, they do. But, bitch, let me tell you something. Bitch got blinders on. Be motherfucking walking and don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Because the thing is that, you know, when you kind of like I said, the whole honeypot thing, it looked good. It just, you know what I mean? It's like a food that looks so good, but it got poison in there. Like, even when you're eating it, it doesn't really taste bad. It tastes fucking awesome. You'd never tell it's poison until, like, you know, like a few months, a few weeks, a few hours. It takes time for you to know, okay, shit, I fucking ate poison and I'm screwed. Or maybe I ate poison and maybe I can find an antidote, or maybe I could, you know what I mean? That's how these people are. The person looks beautiful, makes money, has friends and reputation, and, you know, once you kind of like indulge and commit, after a while, you notice this person is very toxic, like poison, and, you know, same trait. So they all keep trying to get me, but like I said, for everybody, simulation is different. It's the same, but different little, you know, hints here and there. Even with the police, like, I was walking to the store getting me some munchies, and the police was, you know what I mean, there again. Like I said, the tactics is like, they change it every so often. There's like a time period. Like, the thing is, they're lazy people. They don't have the fucking shit to kind of like, you know what I mean, think of stuff differently like that every day. So they change little minor shit here and there. But the honeypots, they've been honeypotting me to death. Like, oh my God. I mean, to death, man. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not a man. Men, if I was a man, I'd be gone. You know how many motherfuckers call themselves targeted individuals? I watched this one young nigga. He like 18, 19 years old from Florida. And he a targeted individual. He's talking about semen retention, all this shit. They sent this nigga a honeypot. He said all it took was for the girl to put her hand on this nigga lap. That's it. And next thing you know, they fucking, and boom, you know? But he's like, oh, I just got a weakness. I understand. But like, you know this girl's a gang stalker, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. You ain't thinking right. You ain't thinking right. I understand what it's like. It's like smoking cigarettes. Bitch, you know cigarettes poisonous, but you still smoke it because bitch is helping my motherfucking whatever. You know, that's how it is, you know. You know this motherfucker gang stalking ass motherfucking honeypot, but you still stay with him, and you still kind of like, you know, have sex and have connections and want to get commitment from this person because, you know, you're in love with the outside, the shell, but the real person inside, it's a terrible monster in there, you know. And they've been trying to get me like a really lot, and it's like, the guys are cute. I'm not even gonna lie and just like, you know, front. Cause like, this is what I do here, baby. I keep it real. I don't like motherfuckers that be lying. Like, bitch, you know goddamn well them motherfuckers be looking fine. These people is paid actors and actresses. They paid by the goddamn United States government. The United States government got a whole fleet of these bitches that they have that are honeypots. And their specific mission is for shit like this. You understand what I'm saying? So, they're born and raised and bred and trained for this mission. How to entice, how to intrigue, how to seduce. Yeah, I mean, they know. They know how to do it. Even down to the last letter. You understand what I'm saying? So, for me, that's kind of like what I've been experiencing. I mean, I look. I don't see any harm in looking, but sometimes I don't look. Like, if I feel like it's a bit too hard, like, the guy's really cute or something. Sometimes they be really cute. I be like trying not to kind of like blush or laugh. So I gotta like look the other way and be like, okay, think of the poor kids in Africa. You know, kind of thing. But yeah, those honeypots, child. After the gas station, they had this honeypot. Looked like it was a queer. But it was cute though. They just keep, you know, trying. I mean, it's not that the honeypots don't look good. They look fucking awesome. I give them A+. Male and female honeypots, most of them. The problem is, I know that there is, I know that what's inside of the honeypot is shit. So why do you date people? You date motherfuckers because you might have what I want. You might be the other half of me, my twin flame. But when you know a majority of the world is just pagan, Satanist people, kind of, sort of, cultists, they can't be in a category of your twin flame. You understand what I'm saying? They don't match that energy. They don't match anything. So it's like, you know what I mean? Why am I even gonna even bother? Like, what is the point of me even getting, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta ask yourself, like, what's the point of you doing that? Okay, I see a honeypot. I'm gonna talk to you. When I talk to you, what are we gonna do? Get to know each other. I'm gonna tell you my story. You're gonna do the same thing that all the other ones did. You're gonna try to play superhero me. Oh, I have all the answers. And coincidentally, your family knows a judge. And you know all the ways to make all my problems disappear. And life is beautiful. But it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be something that I absolutely cannot deal with, you know? Whether he's a molester, or he's a fucking closeted queer, or he's, you know, a sexual deviant. You know, some people, they keep sending the same kind of person to you because they know, like, your persona. And they don't really know me very well. Because let me tell you a little something. When you send a honeypot, you study that person. When you send a honeypot, you send someone that they cannot say no to. You know, they send, just what we have right down here. When you send a honeypot, okay, I know this motherfucking nigga like blonde bitches with this. All of that shit. Okay? Bitch, he like conversations about this shit right here. Okay? And you know what I mean? You make sure they have all the little, gifts and gadgets. That's how you do it. But they just be sending motherfuckers like, nigga, it look good, but, you can't be fooled that much anymore. I mean, even now, I go to places, the people in the store, the clerks be motherfucking gang stalking. And then you be knowing they gang stalking, but you still gotta smile and make some jokes. is if, you know, you fucking ain't no gang stalking ass bitch. And that's how everything is. But I'm just saying, just thinking about the thought of a honeypot, you know? What's the purpose? So what if you, I mean, the honeypot is meant to make you fall in the same hole every fucking time. Every fucking time. Same hole of disparity. That's why I be really, really not even careful. Some people are careful because they still date, but I choose not, you know, to do it. You know, because like I said, I see everything around me. I have eyes to see, but it's like you have to see with your third eye and not your two eyes. Because just because it glitters definitely don't mean it goes. Because them motherfuckers be having white ass teeth, bitch. Nice motherfucking eyes, bitch. Niggas feeling good. Look good? Bitch, I love a nigga that smell good. I love that shit. Sniffing on your motherfucking neck. Sniffing on you. Sniffing your hair because your hair smell like good ass shampoo. You know what I mean? They know, you know, you like that kind of stuff. So they should usually bring that kind of stuff around. But they don't do that, you know? They just send you something. But they know. Like I said, they know everything that glitters ain't gold. But everybody pretty much thinks that, you know, everything that glitters is gold, so they go for it, you know? So it's easy to sell a fake watch. You get a fake watch, it is glittering, ain't it? It's not no fucking rusty that shit. That bitch be shiny than that motherfucker, but after a few days, that bitch turning your motherfucking wrist purple and brown. Everything that glitters ain't gold. You know, them motherfucking gang sucking ass punny paws be having white ass teeth, beautiful eyes, smelling good, bitch be smart. Nice jaw, bitch, big dick. Hell, might even have a little bit of spirituality, just a little bit. But then, you know, it's just always something. You know, I always ask myself that. If I could be like me, why is there no one else like me? You know, I'm different. I'm a very loving person. Granted, I put curses on these bitches because it's my maternal instinct. I'm a mother bear, and mother bears always will defend their cubs to the death. So I'm only doing what God designed me to do. You know? I'm trying to get back to the subject. I don't remember it. Okay, so oh God, I'm so far off the subject. So far off the beaten path. But the whole point is these crazy, stupid fucking people and these fucking honeypots. I mean, I just don't really understand kind of like what's the purpose of all this stuff, you know? I mean, I really think about it sometimes, but I just avoid it because, like I said, I know the truth. I know it's not a good idea to indulge in these honeypots. They look good, but they ain't good. You know, like I said, they have all the bells and whistles. But when you really get to know the person, it's like, you know, there's always something that's just like a fucking total deal breaker. You're just like, no. And for me, it's always been a deal breaker. It's not, yeah, I mean, people say, oh, well, when you're married and you get divorced, you might get a divorce because, you know, money problems or, you know, arguing constantly. But that's not the case. People be lying. You feel me? It ain't never because of that. It's way more. And it's just the way the game is designed. You know, they keep trying to make me fall back into the trap. Because that's what it is, a trap. You gotta learn your simulation and look at the patterns. Why do you think they try to make everyone have a couple? Because they need you to be controlled. They need to have something, they need to give you something that you love. So therefore they have a way to control you. If you have no spouse, there's nothing to threaten. You have no children, there's nothing to threaten. You know? You don't give a fuck if your mom died. And maybe do, but it's not much for your kids. You know? So they use things that you care about against you. You know? You get into a relationship thinking, well, this is a forever connection, but it's not a forever connection. It's just a way to have some sort of leverage above you, you know? I have some sort of collateral. Your children are the collateral. You know, it's just knowing all these things. Like I said, I know so many things, but I just can't, you know. They've been honeypotting me to fucking death. Is it death? I mean, my God. How am I alive right now? They've been honeypotting me to death, and I just say, no, I'm okay, you know, I don't want to do it. Like I said in the previous video, when I was a teenager, these people have been getting me for years. And I always was a gang stalking dude. I never met a guy, you know, just like, you know, walking or something like that. It was always a guy in the car. In the vehicle. Like I'm walking home from school or walking to the store and it's a way older guy. Like I'd be like 16, 15 years old. And a guy like 20-something, 30-something years old. You know, and they've been doing this to me for fucking, very, very long time. And I could never be single. They always had me controlled with men because that's what they do, you know. From a young age, they kind of like, it's like the programming is to show you pleasure. The same way, like, you know, Adam and Eve, you know, it's this one thing, you know, you can't do. You can do whatever you want, but you just can't do that shit. And this thing comes and says, hey, man, you should be able to do it because, you know, I think God's trying to hide the truth from you, man. Just do it. See what happens. You know? And how did that pertain to my whole point here? Shit. Okay, the forbidden fruit. If you eat it, you need to know the truth. Yeah, man. You know, this is the problem with smoking weed. You forget so much shit. But, the forbidden fruit, I guess, could be these people, you know? You know that these people are poisonous, that they're all toxic, but, you know, someone says, you know, not that. It's the masturbation and the children. When you're a small child, I would say almost every targeted individual, or I would say maybe like 85%, maybe more, have all been sexually assaulted as a child, baby to child. And, you know, to get deep, you know, I had started getting sexually assaulted from like 3 years old. And I remember, you know, my mom was a very reckless woman. She was just leaving with anybody that wanted to watch me. And, you know, there were grown men that would watch me, and they would, you know, they would make it seem like a game. Oh, touch this thing here, and that's their penis, but I don't know what penis is. And, you know, come out. Oh, you should taste it. Tastes like strawberry. I'm like, does it taste like strawberry? Yeah, it does. Taste it again. You know, these guys were perverts. And that's the first time. But then, you know, I got a little bit older, and I came to America, and my cousin showed me what porn was. And then not only that, I had an orgasm, you know. Young age, 5 years old, I think was my, like, I don't even know if it was 5, maybe it was before that, but I kind of like got the gist of masturbating because from a young age of hanging with different kids who have been exposed to this stuff, which is all a part of gang stalking. So here it is, from a very young age, you learn what an orgasm is, because my son knows what an orgasm is. Because that's how I knew my son had sexual knowledge, because my son would touch his nipples and his penis at the same time. So why is a child stimulating themselves in order to have an orgasm? So that's what they do. From a very, very young age, they expose you to like sexual shit. And you kind of like have this sexual thing. Like, it's almost like everybody always thinks about sex. Like, sex is like, you know, it's programmed into us. Like, you need to be able to have sex. You need to be able to be a couple. You need to be able to have a partner, left to your right. That's what the program tells you, you know? And, well, I was going to say, okay. So you need to have a partner. That's what the program tells you. The program tells you that you need to have a partner, you need to have sex and all that other good shit. And trying to go. So because of your trauma, like I said, all of us have had the same circumstances, all sexually associated as little children. And when you get older, they use that as a way to control you because you have experienced orgasm. Because there's not even a child could see that an orgasm feels good, because children can feel orgasms because they're human. Any human can feel an orgasm. Once you kind of like know an orgasm feels good as a child, you start to masturbate or, you know, please yourself because I want to have an orgasm, because obviously orgasm feels good. You do this for years and years and years, and you get older. Now you lost your virginity. You can now have sex. So you don't have to masturbate anymore. You can have full throttle fucking sex. So now you're having sex on top of this trauma that you were given as a child, being sexually assaulted by someone that you trusted, and that sexual assault led you to learning about fucking pleasure and masturbation too maturely. You fucking are a sexual deviant now, or a sexual addict, and you can't have a healthy sexual relationship, all because of what these people have done. And that's what they kind of like are trying to put on me. Even the prostitution thing, like I was a hooker years ago, and not even a year ago too. And you know, today I was walking to the store because I went to buy some munchies, and this random guy comes up to me and say, "Hey, are you working like you know prostitution?" I said, "No, I'm not." You know. Then I go to the store and I'm, you know, buying some munchies, and this guy, the one I tell you whose uncle I knew, he's like, "Oh, I have this guy here if you want to make $50." I'm like, "No, I'm okay," you know. And it's just like they kind of like try to, like I said, exploit certain things. Like one, your past, two, the trauma that you have. Like I said, this trauma is all a part of the program. They give it to you as a way to control you. If you're a sexual addict, then you always gonna kind of like crave and go towards a relationship or some sort of something. You can never be alone because of this small seed of sexual addiction from a child that has now grown into God knows what inside of you, you know. And, you know, just knowing that the person that you're seeing that's a honeypot is a product of this as well. They are sexually, you know, addicted to sex without a shadow of a doubt. Every single one of them, you know. And they're just a puppet, you know. They could tell the fucking nigga to fuck the most ugliest, disgusting, bastardest, stinkiest bitch. He will do it because, bitch, that's my assignment. I'm a honeypot. You know, there's no real... You know what I mean? When there's a real connection, it's a real connection. You know, it feels, you know, I don't know. I've never felt it before, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't feel like what I felt before. But I just wanted to kind of like share, like, you know, weird encounters that I experienced, you know, being gang stalked. You know, you have to put curses on people, and God don't like ugly. He definitely comes back and repays with interest. But not only that, these crazy people have been trying to wheel me back in. But like I said, I know too much to kind of like keep falling for the same stupid trick, you know. They use sex as a huge weapon against you. You know, sex is used to control you. Sex is used to control you. You know, I don't know if you notice, sometimes when you're in bed, and that's when your spouse or significant other decides to bring something up, you know, you're having your sex, and you're like, oh yeah, and then your man's like, yeah, girl, so you're gonna be my girlfriend? And you're like, oh, I don't know, you know, the thing is, we, you know, we've been talking for a month, and he kind of like, you know, forges in you deeper, and you're like, you know, kind of like gasping, you know, from, you know, being surprised. And the guy's like, so you gonna be my girl or what? You're like, I don't know, I need to think about it. And he goes even harder, and you're like, okay, I'll be a girlfriend. You know, that's kind of like how they control you, you know. They even use children. They don't give a fuck what your sexual appetite is, nigga. If you like to fuck dogs, they'll use a dog. You like to fuck babies, bitch, they'll use a baby. You like to fuck little fucking 3-year-old toddlers, bitch, they'll do that too. They don't give a fucking fuck. You know what I mean? Long as they get you to do what they want you to do, you know? This whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, these motherfuckers looking at the nigga, but the nigga was a whole CIA informant. CIA informant sound like motherfucking COINTELPRO to me, my nigga. But anyways, yeah, so they've been trying to honeypot me, and I just been, you know, very vigilant. Like, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I be like really horny. Like, I don't know. Like, thank God I kind of like don't have a place yet. That's why I kind of like be like, you know, I don't mind being homeless because it kind of keeps me in a good headspace in a way. I'm looking for a spot that I can kind of like be, maybe, you know, and I can save money because I don't really have to get a van. If I can just, you know, find a place that's like $500 a month, even if it's a bit far away out, I'll be willing to drive. The thing is that if I have a place, like, bitch, I'm getting my pussy ate. I mean, and I'm getting fucked. I'm not even gonna lie, like, and be like, well, God, I'm holy now. Like, I know these niggas is pagans. Like, bro, you're just a tool. I mean, that's what they are. It's no different than using a fucking dildo. And they have little chat rooms and fucking places you can call and text and, you know, have somebody come to your house and give you some service. And all I really like is my pussy ate and my fucking pussy beats down, real right. But like I said, I'm still looking for a place. And once I get my place, you know, I'm kind of like scared of getting in that situation where I really fucking get with a gang stalker. You know, but at the same time, you know, I don't know. I mean, I don't have to do that. They have niggas out here that will literally just eat your pussy. Just eat it. And do it all the time for free. Because they just like enjoy it. And they probably might ask you to, you know, masturbate their dick on your shit. Like, bro, I know this sounds weird, but hey, you know what I mean? This is a uncut fucking channel. You know, rated X. But yeah. I remember I used to, you know, when I was gang stalking many years ago, there was a nigga named Max who was a teacher. And he used to smoke weed too. This nigga used to come through, eat a bitch pussy and ass, nigga. And ass. And I didn't even have to give no pussy. But bitch, after I get my pussy ate and my ass ate, bitch, you better beat this pussy down. And he used to. And it was good. You understand what I'm saying? And that's when I have like kind of like my own spot, you know. But I don't know. If I do go that route, which I kind of doubt, but if I do go that route, I'm going to be like very choosy. This time, like I say, the honeypots are cute. I'm not gonna, you know, lie. I mean, I should have indulged, but shit, why not? I just been thinking, if I, you know, when I do get my place eventually, because I have to work on getting my kids. I mean, it's not hard to get my kids. I just have to play the game and lie, which I'm not gonna lie, but I'll play nice, nasty. But I gotta get my kids back. But while I'm working on that, you know, if I happen to see, you know, a guy that I like, you know, it would have to be a sugar daddy arrangement because I can't just be out here being gang stalked and just be fucking with any nigga. Like, bro, I'm too up here in the game, bro. I can't fuck with low level niggas no more. That's why I be chilling. Until I get what I want, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a no. And it's not one of those, you know, because I know the game. The game is to you know, they appraise you low, but they try to sell you high, you know? You're nothing. You're worthless. This is what you're worth. But we're going to give you to this guy for all of this. For me, I feel like, you know what I mean? I need to get a sugar daddy. And not no ugly ass sugar daddy either. Them fine ass sugar daddy. And he got to be white. Because I like white dick. I'm just saying. You know, these people, they try to, like, you know, brainwash you. They, like, you know, all try to kind of, like, they be having some nice, cute black guys, but I just don't like black men. Okay? I just don't. And Spanish men, they are right. They cute to look at, but, you know, I like white men. I just like it. I like it. And I know you're pagans. The black men are pagans, too, and so are the Spanish. But dick is dick, you know? If you go to the fucking store, you think you're going to say, well, this is a black dildo. I shouldn't use it. This It's black. Bitch, a dildo's a dildo. No matter if it was fucking pink with fucking unicorn horns on there. As long as that shit gets you to where you need to get, bitch, it's all that matters. So, for me, future references, depending on how things go, because there's a million avenues I could literally take. You know what I mean? When I say a million avenues. I could get a van. I could move into a place. But when it comes to moving to a place, I'm going to have to probably, you know, go somewhere a bit of a distance away. Not so far away, but like, you know, a good 30, 45 to an hour away from my job. Because they have cheaper places out there. But I'm just looking for the right one. Something like a trailer in its own little property for a really good price. And you feel me? I could work on my vehicle. I could get another vehicle. I could work, you know what I mean? I like working on things. I like working with my hands. So that would be fun. But the whole point is, depending on how things go, I might, you know, not that I'm lonely, it's just that the opportunity hasn't aligned itself. And even if it has, because I always have some sort of offers, but you know what I mean? I'm like, it's not worth it. It has to be really, you know what I mean, worth the deal. I'm looking for a really good sugar daddy. And I know that's going to be a gang stalking ass nigga too, but that's alright, nigga. Your gang stalking ass going to be getting on your fucking gang stalking knees and eating this pussy in the ass, nigga. But I'm looking for a real good sugar daddy. Rich ass nigga. Bitch, no commitments, because bitch ain't committing to shit. I ain't going to be no hoe, but I ain't committing to nothing either. Because ain't nobody going to handle nothing. You understand? And be breaking a bitch the fuck off. Break me off, I break you off, and that's all we got. We ain't friends. You wanna go to dinner once in a while, I'll go. Other than that, the answer's no. You know? That's my dilemma with these gang stalkers. The fucking honeypots. I'm just waiting for the right one. Well, yeah, I mean, it depends. If there has to be a honeypot, it has to be one. If there had to be a honeypot. But, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm staying away because, I mean, I'm juggling the decisions. If I stay in my vehicle, like, I'll never, ever run into a situation where I'm kind of, like, caught up with a honeypot. But if I move into a spot, like a place, and I meet a guy, bitch, you better believe I'm bringing that nigga back to my house to eat my pussy. Because, bitch, I love getting my pussy eats. Love it. So we'll see how things go. But for now, I wanted to share that weird tea about me walking to the store and hearing all this tea about what's going on with these motherfucking gang stalkers and ass people. Good night.